Hello, one and all. Welcome once again to Marvel March, and this time we are talking about the sequel to Captain America, the First Avenger, which is called Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
This is a big one.
So originally, this video was going to be Winter Soldier and Guardians of the Galaxy, but as we were discussing it, Winter Soldier's too big of a movie to do in a two-part with something else. So
This changes the whole landscape of the MCU. Like it's too big.
So we were just like, all right, let's do Winter Soldier by itself, and then I'm just going to announce it now so talk about the next one is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy just on its own.
Yes, which I don't know how long that one's going to be, but it's one of my favorite movies, so I feel like it'll be easy to talk about. We'll see.
It also didn't make sense to bundle that in with Age of Ultron, so Guardians is getting one on its own.
Really, it's Winter Soldier that was the problem.
Yes, but so kind of like Thor: The Dark World, not only is it a sequel to Captain America: The First Avenger, it's also a sequel to The Avengers. I'd argue more so a sequel to The Avengers, even though it does have elements of the First Avenger that pop up in here, but it's very much a sequel to The Avengers.
I mean, whichever way you spin it, it's important to the entire MCU. Like this does affect everything going forward.
In ways I could not have expected. Now, this is also important in a meta sense, like a real life sense. I'm breaking the fourth wall for a second. This is the directorial debut in the MCU for the Russo brothers.
The Russo brothers, the masters of the MCU.
Who would go on to direct Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, and the upcoming Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. So
desperation.
We'll talk about that when we get to Doomsday at the end of the year, spoiler alert. But now, before I saw this movie, just going, at this point, I was not a big Captain America fan. Just at all. I more prefer like Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hulk, people that have more, they're not Boy Scouts. So I wasn't super looking forward to this movie. And then I saw it, and then I was like, oh, Captain America can actually be cool.
Yeah, no, I had the same experience.
Mind-blowing.
Because, like I said, from the first movie, I was never crazy about it. I was like, oh, it's fine. Cap's a decent character, but I wasn't excited going into the Winter Soldier. And then, dude, that opening scene, I was already hooked. I'm like, okay, this is not the same thing. This is a totally different movie.
Like, if you want an example in the MCU on how to make a sequel fucking better, here you go. So I think this is the first time a sequel to a Marvel movie was superior to the first one, at least in the MCU. Because we all know how I felt about Iron Man 2.
You know, yeah, the only sequels at this point are Iron Man's.
No, Thor: Dark World.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Whoops, we just talked about one. What am I talking about?
Which, Thor: Dark World isn't bad, especially in hindsight, but it was not as good as the first one. Whereas, I'm going to say this straight up, I'm blowing my load early. The Winter Soldier...
Why did you have to phrase it that way?
Shut your fucking mouth. Captain America: The Winter Soldier is... in a landslide, far superior to the first Avenger.
Yeah, it's not even close.
It's really not close. But, so not only do you have Captain America in this movie, Black Widow is also in this movie. Nick Fury is in this. Maria Hill is in this. You got, Falcon is in this. That's actually the first scene, is him and Steve jogging back and forth on True Trailer. And Falcon, I actually like Falcon. Anthony Mackie, I met him once at a convention. He was actually really cool. But he's awesome, the character.
Yeah, no, I mean, right from his introduction, it's like they already have like an immediate rapport. It's just like the scene with them running on your left, which that sticks around.
Steve is, ever since the Avengers, he's starting to realize that Tony was right about not trusting Nick Fury. So
that's very ironic moving forward.
He does not trust Nick Fury at all. Because when he finds out about Project Insight, the line, which sticks with me, this isn't freedom, this is fear. Whew! Powerful line.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of, and again, this is one of those things that just makes Cap a better and better character, because I don't know exactly at which point he became a favorite character, but this was definitely the start of it.
This was the genesis of him becoming a top character. My favorite MCU characters are Tony Stark and Peter Parker. I know we haven't gotten to Peter Parker yet, but I was a Spider-Man fanboy. Cap's probably third, and then Thor. Probably how I'd rank.
There you go. Have you seen the variants of Cap's like checklist for what to watch in the like what to catch up on. Have you seen the
Dude,
variants
when
between different
Rocky was
countries?
on there, I just kind of laughed. I was like,
Like different countries got different versions of that list. It's one of those things that they do in a lot of movies.
I didn't know. I actually did not know that.
Yeah, it's funny because certain things just aren't going to matter in certain countries, so they change the list.
It's ironic because he's American and his name's Captain America.
Yeah, but whatever, you know. Oh, I like that Natasha's trying to get Cap laid the entire movie.
Apparently,
Oh, so yeah. Anyways, when I said the opening scene, I was talking about on the ship. I forgot about the Sam bit, but yeah, when he starts just blasting through those guys on the ship, like like right that moment where he like kicks that guy over the railing, I'm just like,
dude, when he
oh,
jumps out without a parachute, I was like, oh, this is real.
yeah. I'm curious, how did he test that to make sure he can withstand it?
Probably just uses as a shield because it's vibranium, and if it can tank Mjolnir, it can tank falling.
Logically, yes, but
that's just character development because it tanked a space hammer.
Space hammer.
I mean, am I wrong?
Oh, back to the ship. Why was that one guy like towards the end? Why was he able to put up a fight against Cap?
Because movie.
It just doesn't like. I'm sorry. I doesn't. As far as we know, that's just a normal dude.
But I'm going to bet Cap was just fucking with him.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It just seemed like what's special about this guy?
I just think Cap was trying to have a little bit of fun.
Maybe.
Because maybe he's getting a little bit cocky after what happened in the first Avengers movie.
But yeah, that boat scene, just damn.
Oh, it's a great intro scene, even though it's technically not the intro. But
yeah, no,
but
you know what I meant when I said that.
My favorite bit in the whole movie, and I'm jumping ahead a little bit.
It's okay.
It is when he's in the elevator and with all the other people, and he finally starts clicking in his brain what's going on.
Yeah.
Before we do this, does anyone want to get out?
Yeah, no, that's a big scene. It gets a couple of callbacks later on.
But that right there just shows Cap's a badass because he takes them all down, and it's awesome.
Also, he's just really good at noticing things.
Well, yeah, he's not an idiot. He's not like a super genius like Tony Stark, but he's not an idiot.
No, he's a
soldier.
He's a tactician.
Yeah, he is.
So going back to that scene when he's talking to Fury, first off, he calls him Nick, which is crazy.
Calling Nick Fury by his first name is just wrong.
Yeah. I think only Hill really does that.
It's about as wrong as calling Coulson Phil.
His first name is Agent?
Yeah, that's
no, but there's a line that Fury says during that conversation, which just it gets so ruined later. Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. That used to mean something.
We'll get back to that in Captain Marvel.
It used to be a line that matters, and now it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anywho, moving on to more heartbreaking moments.
Oh, dude, when he went back and saw Agent Carter, dude, that was hard to watch. Was that Haley Atwell just heavily make-upped, or was that?
I think it was. I'm pretty sure I've looked this up before. It looked like
there's a mixture. Like her.
It looked like it's a mixture of prosthetics and CGI, which is what they also do later.
Because at this point, because the movie takes place in 2014, she's probably like what, 80, 90 something. Because what?
Yeah, she's got to be in at least her 90s. I don't know how old she was in the first one.
Because well, if we go back, Captain America was born in 1918, so and Bucky was born in 1917. We'll get back to him in a second. So I want to say Agent Carter was around that same age, so she's probably pushing 90, if not pushing 100.
Google says she's approximately 93.
Damn.
But that's the AI answer, so you can't fully trust that. But she's in her 90s.
I don't know what year the character was born. I don't think they ever say. Point is, she's old. She's old.
Yes, as far as he knows, she's the last person left from his time.
Yeah, because there's no Howard Stark. There's no Bucky, as far as he knows. We'll get back to that. Speaking of, so not only do we have Nick Fury, now we have Alexander Pierce, who is, what was he?
I can't remember what his title was.
Do they say?
They must, but I cannot
I
remember what his
I
title
just
was.
watched this movie yesterday, and I'm drawing a blank on his title. But we'll get back to him too, because he's a dick. And then going back to the scene I was just talking about with in the elevator, Shield turns against Cap because Nick Fury is killed. Which I'll be real, when I first saw this movie, I really thought Nick Fury was actually dead.
Well, I mean, he kind of got shot through the chest massively after taking a beating in that car chase scene, which is when the Winter Soldier first shows up.
Bro, the whole time I was watching that scene, I was thinking, because I'm gonna put a little bit of my life out there. I got into a car wreck last year, so seeing him just blaze through and destroy all these cars, I was like, how much money did he cost these people?
Oh, it's something I didn't really, you don't really think about because it happened so fast. But so that car or truck, whatever that Fury was driving, apparently it can fly.
It sounded like Jarvis.
But one of the Fury says like vertical
Yeah, because
takeoff
that's
or
jet
something.
propulsion. So like,
it's just like, okay, so they just saved budget by throwing in that line.
Yeah, they have flying cars in the MCU now.
Yeah.
Who knew? I didn't know.
No, let's not forget about Steve's neighbor.
Yeah. She is a SHIELD agent assigned by Nick Fury to monitor Cap because after Nick Fury gets attacked, before he's killed, he sneaks into Cap's apartment. How does Cap afford these things?
Does he maybe he had a savings account that just stuck around for all those years?
Does he get paid by SHIELD? I would hope so.
Yeah, probably.
Otherwise, what the fuck, Cap?
Yeah.
But Cap recruits. I almost said Scarlet Witch, but Cap recruits Black Widow.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, and they're trying to figure out what the deal is. So she keeps pretending they're a couple, and she kind of burns him really bad at one point, and I felt horrible.
When she's like, "Was that your first kiss since
1945?" That bad, huh? And I was like,
but
damn.
You know what gets me though is his response. He said no, it wasn't.
I think he was full of shit.
I don't know. I don't know if Cap really lies. She said, he's bad at it.
I don't think she believed him either. I think he was full of crap.
I don't know. He was probably telling the truth. I just want to know with who, when,
where. I'll be honest. I don't think he was telling the truth.
I think he was.
I disagree.
He lies at another point in this movie, and it's very obvious.
I think he was full of shit. But anyway, so he ends up back at where he was trained, and this is where you find out the big thing, which is the main reason why I think this video is by itself. SHIELD is Hydra? Dun, dun, dun.
Revealed by a digitized Zola. Interesting.
They had to call it back to the first movie somehow.
Yeah.
But no, this right here is, we haven't not even talked about the Winter Soldier yet.
Well, he's only really been around for that one scene with Fury, and then the scene right after.
So, since I already mentioned him, yes, the Winter Soldier is in this movie. I think the movie's a little mistitled because the Winter Soldier is really not the point of the movie. But
yeah, but I don't know what else you would. I don't know what else you would call it though, because anything else could be a spoiler for. Like, you're not supposed to go into the movie knowing, oh yeah, Hydra's hiding inside of S.H.I.E.L.D.
If you call it Serpent Society, for example. Oh, okay, Hydra's here.
Yeah, so okay. No, I get why they titled it that.
But this really could have been called Captain America Fuck Yeah, and it would have been more accurate to what happens in the movie.
Oh, man.
But, yeah. But speaking of the Winter Soldier, because we're on here, he is a surviving Bucky Barnes.
Dude, I almost made it to the movie without knowing about that.
Which I envy you, because I already knew Bucky Barnes was the Winter Soldier.
I did by the time I got to the movie, because I overheard somebody say it before seeing it. But if I didn't hear that, I actually wouldn't have known, because I didn't know about that.
So I don't get this. Was he frozen like Steve too?
Yeah.
No, he couldn't have been.
Yes, he was. He was deliberately cryogenically frozen. There's a quick shot of it somewhere in the movie, several times actually. There's a picture, and then there's like a quick shot of you seeing him get frozen. But yeah, it seems like he was frozen and thawed out over the years as needed.
That explains why he's not an old man.
Yeah, so he wasn't just like awake the whole time or frozen the whole time. That's why when Black Widow's talking about the legend of the Winter Soldier, that's why it has been over the years, because he's been doing it for a very, very long time.
Yeah. So he has a metal arm now because I guess when he fell out of the train, he lost his arm, is what I gathered from that scene, unless they just removed it. But I thought he lost his arm when he fell out of the train.
I'm pretty sure he lost his arm from the fall, but either it got ripped off or it was heavily damaged, but it did look like he lost his arm from that.
That's the vibe I got.
They do actually address how he survived the fall, which is neat.
Yeah, because he was experimented on by Hydra.
Yeah, you don't know what they did to him, and we don't really know how long he was there either, but apparently they did just enough that he was able to survive that fall.
Yeah. And it leads to a really cool fight scene at the end of the movie.
Dude, some of the hand-to-hand fights in this movie are insane.
Dude, let me tell you, the Russos are really good at filming fight scenes, except when they have that shaky cam bullshit.
Yeah, but that's every action movie does that.
Luckily, they minimize it when they do the two Avengers movies, but we'll get to those later.
Oh, can I just point out that right after Cap, I guess, became a fugitive, which again, that's another one of those things that sticks. He took down a jet with just his shield.
Because he's badass.
That's another level of super soldier.
Uh-huh. He's just getting stronger. Like in Civil War when he just holds down a helicopter.
Oh my god.
we'll talk about that when we get to Civil War.
Oh, I like after the Hydra reveal, there's a shot. You find out that douchey dude, Senator Stern from Iron Man 2, is a Hydra member.
Yes. And the little the little bald guy from the Avengers is also a Hydra member, and he name drops Stephen Strange in this movie.
Yeah, I understand that, like, okay, so Project Insight, there's this thing about it's able to predict future threats and address them early. But
as far as I know, Doctor Strange doesn't become Doctor Strange till at least right after Civil War.
Yeah, he's definitely not yet. And so I understand that, like, Insight's able to predict the future, but predicting that somebody's going to become a wizard, I don't know, that name drop's a little weird.
Is it just because he was smart?
No, he's just a freaking surgeon at this point.
Yeah, like he's not like the Sorcerer Supreme.
It's taking predictive algorithm way too far.
So, that's fair. They should have talked about what's her name, the person who trains Doctor Strange. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. Was it the Ancient One?
Yeah, but they could have just said Sanctum Sanctorum or just said that.
No, that had to be a name. Had to be a name drop.
Even though, anyway, rant aside, Falcon having wings is pretty cool. He's a badass.
I mean, it would be strange if a character named Falcon did not have wings.
Yeah,
but yeah, that is a cool suit. When they first introduced that,
when they throw the guy, when she kicks the guy off of the building, and then she's still talking about like, oh yeah, the girl at whatever.
She's still trying to get him laid.
The whole movie. Oh, I wish I had a friend like Scarlet Witch.
Oh my
God damn it!
Oh my God! Scarlett Johansson is not the Scarlet Witch.
No, she is not. I wish I had a friend like Natasha Romanoff. There we go.
Better. Let's just go with the real name. Yeah, can't mix that one up.
So what's been going on, because we have really kind of glanced over it, Hydra is going to use Project Insight to destroy a whole bunch of potential threats. So they're going to kill like 20 million people instantly once Project Insight starts.
It's a lot.
So Nick Fury, who is still alive, gives them these like key card type things to reprogram the ships. So let's go take down S.H.I.E.L.D.
Tragic, but necessary.
Dude, the this movie is where Rocket gets the whole, he's good at that line from an Endgame, because that speech he gives in S.H.I.E.L.D., oh man, it rivals the president's speech in Independence Day.
Yeah, he's good at impromptu speeches. That's for sure.
Oh man, this whole like last sequence of taking down S.H.I.E.L.D. is just one of the greatest end sequences in any Marvel movie. It just is.
No, it is a really, really cool one. Oh, did you catch that another guy gets thrown into a propeller?
I did.
It's less gruesome this time, but it's now happened in both Cap movies.
Okay, that last fight between Cap and Bucky is intense.
Yeah, emotionally, it's
not. Cap
it's
beats
not,
him at first, but he doesn't. After he does his mission, he's like, "Buck, I don't want to fight you."
literally drops the shield into the ocean or river. I don't know. That over water.
How do you get it back?
Yeah, I don't know.
But he calls back to the first movie, saying, "What was it? I'm with you till the very end," or something like that.
I'm with you to the end of the line.
And then Bucky. Well, even before that, when Steve first finds out, realizes the Winter Soldier is Bucky. Bucky's telling Alexander Pierce, who is actually the main villain of the movie, not Bucky. Alexander Pierce is the main villain. He saw me. He knew me. I knew him. And, Alexander's trying to be like, no, you saw him on a mission once. But Bucky's starting to remember things. Bro, when Alexander Pierce killed his mate, I was like, dude.
Yeah, that's where, this guy sucks.
Oh, he does suck. So when Nick Fury shot him, I didn't feel bad. Fuck that guy.
Exactly. Oh, did you catch the Joe Russo cameo?
I did. So is he the same guy in Endgame?
Yes. Yes, it actually is.
It's the same person? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Was Anthony Russo cameoing or just Joe?
I don't think Anthony does.
I know Joe does because his big one's Endgame, but
yeah.
Oh man, this movie. I guess the first before we get to the post-credit scenes, this is at this point from what we reviewed so far, because there are movies I think that surpass this later on.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, this was in my top 3 MCU, but along with the first Iron Man and the first Avengers movie. And this, I think, is the best movie of Phase 2.
I think I feel comfortable saying that this is the best movie so far, up to this point in the series.
Iron Man 1 and Avengers are close, man.
I think I'd put this above Avengers.
That's tough. That's a tough one. They're all really good.
There's like, what movie is a fun experience? There's what movie is well made. There's a lot of ways to rank a movie, but I'm pretty sure this one wins on all of them.
That's good. This is very solid. I don't really have a lot of complaints about, aside from like a little bit of shaky cam here and there.
But it's unavoidable. Action.
Mm-hmm. Now, mid-credit scene is just the introduction to Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Finally can say Scarlet Witch without being wrong.
Yeah, but the third time's the charm.
Because they will be in Age of Ultron, and because this is the last movie in Phase 2 relevant to Age of Ultron, had to throw it in here. And the post-credit scene is more directed towards Civil War, but it's Bucky going to that museum that they showed earlier in the movie, which is where Stan Lee's cameo was, because Cap goes and steals his old World War II outfit. And Bucky's, learning about himself again. So that was neat.
Yeah, it's good to know he's getting himself back. But yeah, we'll get back to that in Civil War.
Oh yeah, Civil War is a big one with Bucky.
I honestly think it's Bucky's involvement, major involvement with the story that makes Civil War a Captain America movie and not just
an Avengers
Marvel's
movie.
Civil War or Avengers Civil War.
But again, we'll talk about that when we get to Captain America Civil War.
That's
but I think of all the second MCU movies, so Iron Man 2, Thor, Dark World, this, Age of Ultron, yada yada. I think this is the best number 2 in the entire MCU.
It's a solid number 2.
Ha! That sounded more derogatory than I meant for it to sound, but I think you understand what I'm saying.
I do.
But what else do you have to say about Captain America: Winter Soldier, my friend?
It's just a fantastic movie, and it really did set up the future, because this is
it also shows you that superhero movies can have more than just cool fight scenes. They can have layers, character development, thought-provoking context.
Yes, this actually did start to make people realize that these movies can be deep. Which,
hey, good job, Russos. You did a great job here, going from Arrested Development to a Captain America movie.
Big step up. They nail it.
Yeah, they do.
And they also have a tendency to make the writing make more sense, but that we'll get there.
Yeah, we will, because, anyway.
They're awesome. They're awesome. This is awesome, and all 4 of their movies are awesome.
So hopefully they continue that trend in Avengers Doomsday.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. But if you follow the MCU, you guys know what's up next. I already announced at the beginning of the review, so stick around, because on Wednesday we will... God damn it. We will be talking about... Yeah, we will be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. So I hope you guys stick around for that. Thank you for following Marvel March so far, and we'll see you next time. Guardians of the Galaxy. Take care.